Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna alladhina amanu, alladhina hadu, was-Sabiqun, wan-Nasara, min amana billahi wal yawm al-akhirah wa amila salihan fala khawfun alayhim wala hum yahzanun. Those who believe in the Quran, those who follow the Jewish scripture, that's what Inna alladhina hadu, Jews. Wa Nasara, well, Sabiqun. Sabiqun were the people who used to get baptized a long time ago. They were monotheists. Nasara, of course, Christians. So Sabiqun, Christians. And then it goes on to say, wa amana billahi, those who believe in Allah, wal yawm al-akhirah, and the last day, wa amila salihan, and work righteous deeds. Fala khawfun, there will be no fear of alayhim, wala hum yahzanun. There will be no fear upon them, nor shall they grieve. So this is outlining the people who is reasonable to work with. Basically, Ali Kitab. So this is a very let me see if I can. This is a very good rendition coming from the Quran, of course, about these people. Okay. Let's see what else we can do here. They said, or he said, that is the father, my dear little son, relate not thy vision to thy brothers, lest they concoct a plot against thee. For Satan is to man an avowed enemy. O my Lord, thou hast indeed bestowed on me some power and taught me something of the interpretation of dreams. O thou creator of the heavens and the earth, thou art my protector in this world and the hereafter. Take thou my soul at death as one submitting to thy will as a Muslim, and unite me with the righteous. There's one more before we. O my sustainer, thou hast indeed bestowed on me something of power, and hast imparted unto me some knowledge of the inner meanings of happenings. That's why I like this one, because it gives a little deeper, not only some power of the interpretation of dreams, but this says the inner, some knowledge of the inner meaning of happenings. Originator of the heavens and the earth, thou art near unto me in this world and the life to come. Let me die as one who has surrendered himself unto thee, and make me one of the righteous. To begin with, yeah, I bought 3 of these, so these are, in brief, a handout from the Natura Carti. Remember the Jewish group of brothers
Right.
that when we arrived at the Palestinian demonstration, they said something to the effect of, does anybody remember exactly what they said, kind of?
Pretty much, he said, this is a good guy right here.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember him said to the others, he turned around and
Right.
talked to them and said, this is our friend.
Right, right.
Yeah, this is our friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he let it know that it's been a long time,
Right.
too.
Right.
It didn't just happen.
Right.
In fact, this group we were friendly with way before any of the other, way before the other Muslims. When the other Muslims found out, we had already been down with them for 10 years. But if you want to wonder, if you look at right now what's going on with Big Dons, let's go through the headlines a minute before we, here it is, blah, blah, blah. Jews control the world with their money. The lady didn't say that. The lady didn't say nothing like that. Okay? And then they got on this side, which the Protocols of Zion is supposed to say, and they got it over here. It's all about the Benjamins. Money, baby. She ain't said nothing like that. Money, baby. It's all about the money, baby. On America's policy of supporting Israel, when asked whose money she was inferring was buying off American politicians, Umar responded, AIPAC. What's anti-Semitic about that? And then over here, they go on and we won't go through it. But the idea is, I want to talk about the political influence in this country that says it's okay to push for allegiance to a foreign country. She's only saying, how can you put the Israelis before America? That's basically what she's saying. If you look at the newspaper, all you got to do is go back to the Obama administration, and they had, they had Netanyahu was in the American Congress talking bad about his policy.
And got 25 standing ovations.
No doubt about it. It was pitiful. It was pitiful. Versatile, growth fears keep feds. These is all New Zealand and other things. 49 shot killed. They have right over there. You've heard about the articles I have. If somebody could bring me those newspapers right there. I just want to. I'm just getting warmed up and get started, and I'll. No, this is fine. Israel. Trump endorses Israeli control of Golan Heights. Yeah, that's in 2 or 3 papers. Okay, we know. At first, we was kind of figuring who brought down in and what would be the exact purpose. Okay, so Netanyahu been, for the last 5 or 6 years, every time he go to the UN, is Iran. One time he had a little bomb with a fuse on it, and it had Iran or something like that. He's never missed the opportunity to talk about Iran. Pompeo, whatever it is, he's in Lebanon yesterday, and he's over there talking about Hezbollah. First of all, the American policy, first of all, the Zionist policy. If you look at Donald Trump, he's the most Israeli-friendly person ever been in the White House. I mean, ever. And everything he did, he just went on and marched straight on through. He said, oh, the embassy, we're moving our embassy to Jerusalem. Golan, all those are illegal. Golan Heights for Syria, illegal. The illegal occupation right now. They say they done got rid of Daesh, right, in Syria. Well, why are you still there? What was you doing there in the first place? The thing that we know, the triangle of terror is correct from the very beginning. It's been Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the Americans. Saudi Arabia gave the money and the ideology and let the Daesh, ISIS run wild. That's what they did. They did it, and they did it in front of everybody. And American and Zionist friends, including themselves, they can occupy and they can do whatever they want in the world. And the UN just steps back. In Yemen, it's like they didn't bomb wedding parties, hospitals, schools. They didn't kill children, women, everybody. They didn't destroy infrastructure. Anything you can name in Yemen, they didn't destroy it. They produced cholera. Cholera was almost disappeared. They didn't produce diseases that were long gone from the environment. That's what Saudi Arabia's bombing has done with U.S. help, with U.S. technology, with U.S. training, with U.S. servicing all of this stuff, and with U.S. satellite and communications. So all of that is done with U.S. aid and assistance. And it's Saudi Arabia. So that means, just like Saudi can do anything it wants, because it's now bowing down clearly to the Israeli state, right? Saudi Arabia is not, that's fine, yeah. And then when you look at Daesh, I don't know if you can remember, 2014-15, the Daesh would have them flags waving and they'd be in the back of them trucks, all of them white Toyotas. Remember that? Yeah. Wait just a minute now. There's fleets of trucks, pickups going down, and they're all the same kind, the same color, and how did all of this happen? Well, first of all, who can afford all of that? That harmony, that unity, that organizational structure. There it is. Several people can. So you got 3 people working on this project on different levels. You have the cover being provided, you have the footwork and all that being done, just like this says, by Saudi Arabia. Then you have the cover by the Americans. And you have the cooperation of the Zionists. Why is it that the Zionists can break all the rules of the UN? Why is it that the Zionists can change the place of the, they didn't just wiped out all negotiations. They don't have no grounds, the Palestinians don't have no grounds for negotiation at all. Why? Because the United States, they gave away Jerusalem. They said you could have it. That's for the Yahoo. So if the lady says, or asks the question, can we have an allegiance to someone other than ourselves? That's just a question. What it looks like, let's get to the meat of this. What happened in America? Who hired Donald Trump? That's question number one. What was his mission? Explain behavior pattern. Who hired Donald Trump? The Israelis did. The Zionists did. They discovered a guy that would create pandemonium, organized pandemonium in America. We'll get to that in a minute. That's Donald Trump. I assume he was broke and they needed each other. We need a guy that's ruthless. You work on one of his buildings, you get a couple of $1 million in the hole from your construction company, he'll stop paying you and take you to court. This is the only man I ever seen in court that had 51 cases when he became president. He had 51 cases holding up to people suing him because he didn't, withdrew his loan, did this or did that. 51 cases of common people, okay, construction people. They might be rich by our standards, but not rich by the big, they did a few floors of one of his buildings or something. And then he got started to work, and pretty soon they put in more money than he did, and then they said, we ain't gonna pay you now. And to hold them up in court, they going broke. So they settled for 10% of what's owed them, 20%. So that's done. Now, what was his mission? To follow Israeli orders 100%. To divide the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Now you can see what he's doing. Why would a Republican, right now he treated them so bad that everybody had to just break down and submit to his authority, or as a Republican, because half the stuff he was saying was true, like fake news, this, that, and other. And a lot of that stuff is true. He knows it's true because that's what they're doing. So Don's job was to destroy the Republican Party, except his base, 35%. Split the Democratic Party. Right now, there's little shenanigans going on. Right today, AIPAC is having a big meeting, and they're being boycotted by a lot of Democrats, maybe a few Republicans too. That might have, when they come up with these plans, a few things go astray. But if we're not organized to take advantage of them, it ain't no big deal. If we don't have organized struggle to take advantage of this 49, 51, 52 people dead, right? We don't go and count advantages, but the sympathy that we gain, the white lady put on hijab and had other white folks wearing hijab. They said, why are you doing this? I forgot to bring it. We got a thing in the mail yesterday or the day before. It says, we stand with y'all. It's from a Catholic school. I said, well, I'll be doggone. I said, is somebody playing around? They might be telling the truth. This stuff is so audacious now, right? But people beginning to see. That's why what they did down in not Australia, but New Zealand, Allah says in the Quran about the martyrdom of the believers, it will not be, use will come out of it. That's basically what it is. Okay. Now, organized nonviolent resistance is one thing, but reactionary nonviolence is another, where you just go around reacting to other people. You don't have a strategy. The Zionists have a global strategy. They're all over the world. They have a global strategy. We can see it now everywhere. The Europeans are under the spell of Zionism. Parts of Africa is under the spell. They have Nigeria now, but other places, they had them Arabs go over there and act so bad and just take the money, Lebanese and all of them, no Islam, no love for the people, and here come the Yahud come in with a smile and point them out, and the people don't know. They said, well, this Jew is nice. Talking about Yahoo. Remember that in Entebbe, that airport? The Jews built that airport in Entebbe. That's why they was able to fly right over there, take their people and go on home. Entebbe in Uganda. Jews built that. Everything they do is an arrangement for future use. So, what's happening with Don? Destroy and neutralize both parties. Have you noticed that every other day is something in the news about Don? He slides right up to the plate, but it's not enough to indict him. How often? Every week. It's a scandal. Every week. Sometimes 2 times a week. There's been 3 times a week scandal. There's always a scandal. But there's never an indictment. No other president could have even